For over 850 years, Notre Dame has stood tall, weathering wars and revolutions. But on April 15, 2019, the world watched in horror the iconic Notre Dame Cathedral fall. Symbol of Paris, of France, of faith itself, reduced to smouldering ruins. President Macron boldly declared that Notre Dame would rise from the ashes within 5 years. An ambitious deadline of December 8th was set. Now, with the clock ticking and less than 80 days remaining, the world watches with anxious anticipation. Can the restoration team truly achieve the impossible? Let's find out. 5 years ago, tragedy struck Paris. Notre Dame Cathedral, the heart of the city, was engulfed in flames. The world watched in horror as the iconic landmark burned. While the exact cause of the fire remains a mystery, authorities have ruled out arson, emphasizing its accidental nature. Several theories have emerged. One leading hypothesis suggests an electrical malfunction. During renovations, new wiring was installed for electronic bells in the spire. Reports suggest these wires may not have been installed to code, creating a fire risk. Another theory centers on a carelessly discarded cigarette. Despite a smoking ban, workers admitted to smoking on site. While cigarette butts were found, it's unclear if they directly caused the fire, which originated inside the cathedral, not on the scaffolding. The investigation is technically still ongoing, but the focus has largely shifted to the monumental task of rebuilding. The fire's impact was devastating. The cathedral's iconic spire, a masterpiece of 19th century architecture, crumbled into the flames. The roof, a marvel of medieval carpentry known as La Forêt, was completely destroyed. Its centuries-old timbers, some dating back to the 12th century, were consumed by the relentless fire, leaving 2/3 of the roof in ruins. Inside, the damage was also extensive. While the vaulted stone ceiling heroically contained the flames, preventing even greater destruction, it wasn't unscathed. 3 major sections of the ceiling collapsed, impacting the transept and the choir areas. The upper walls, though still standing, suffered severe damage from both flames and heat exposure. Smoke and water damage permeated the interior, affecting priceless artworks and religious relics. Thankfully, many of Notre Dame's famous stained glass windows, including the renowned rose windows, survived with minimal damage. However, some exterior sculptures and statues fell victim to the extreme heat. Fortunately, many significant sculptures had been removed for restoration just prior to the fire. Several important religious artifacts were also saved, including the Holy Crown of Thorns, the Tunic of St. Louis, and various liturgical vessels. The historic Great Organ, dating back to the 1730s, while surviving the fire with minor damage, was not unscathed. It required complete restoration to remove lead dust that settled inside it. In December of 2020, the organ was dismantled and sent away for restoration at an undisclosed location in France. The restoration work, organ reassembly and tuning are projected to finish by 2024. A less visible but equally concerning consequence of the fire was the lead contamination. The roof and spire contained approximately 460 tons of lead, which melted during the blaze, posing health risks and necessitating extensive cleanup efforts. Sadly, several factors contributed to the fire's rapid spread and devastating impact. The fire alarm system didn't directly alert firefighters, and confusion about its location led to a 35-minute delay in response after smoke was first detected. To preserve its aesthetics, Notre Dame lacked basic fire prevention measures like sprinklers and firewalls. After the catastrophic fire, Notre Dame Cathedral's restoration became a monumental undertaking, a complex journey of rebirth for one of the most iconic symbols of French heritage. Rebuilding this architectural masterpiece has required meticulous planning, skilled craftsmanship, and vast financial resources. The project has been a delicate balance between preserving the past and implementing modern techniques to ensure future resilience. When the fire ravaged Notre Dame, French President Emmanuel Macron set an ambitious goal to restore the cathedral within 5 years. Many questioned the feasibility of this timeline, considering that the original construction spanned over 2 centuries. Still, the process began quickly, fueled by international support and donations exceeding $928 million, raised from more than 340,000 donors globally. Notably, several high-profile donors stepped forward, including billionaire businessman François-Henri Pinault and his actress wife Salma Hayek, who pledged a substantial $113 million shortly after the fire. Even the gaming world rallied to support Notre Dame's restoration. Ubisoft, the creators of Assassin's Creed Unity, a game featuring a meticulously detailed recreation of the cathedral, donated €500,000 to the cause. They also offered the game for free for a week, sparking renewed interest in the cathedral's beauty and history, with over 3 million downloads. While the game's model couldn't be directly used for reconstruction due to certain artistic liberties and copyright limitations, it served as a valuable visual reference and a testament to the cathedral's enduring appeal. The first phase of the restoration focused on securing the structure. Removing the damaged scaffolding and cleaning up lead contamination were time-consuming but essential steps. This step was essential to stabilize the remaining walls and vaults, allowing further work to proceed. Lead contamination from the melted roof posed a significant health risk, requiring months of careful cleanup inside the cathedral. Unfortunately, the global pandemic brought all construction to a standstill in early 2020, causing a 3-month delay. Work resumed in June 2020, with the focus shifting to reinforcing the cathedral's structural integrity. By September 2021, temporary structures had been installed to secure the towers, walls and vaults, allowing the real restoration to begin. One of the most complex parts of the restoration has been the reconstruction of the cathedral's medieval roof truss, requiring over 2,000 carefully selected oak trees, each more than 200 years old, which were carefully selected from French forests to recreate the original timber framework, ensuring historical accuracy. These trees were chosen to match the size and characteristics of those used in the 13th century, reflecting the dedication to maintaining authenticity in every detail. The spire, originally designed by architect Eugène Viollet-le-Duc in the 19th century, is being rebuilt to its exact specifications. The reconstruction was a meticulous process that spanned several months. By December 2023, the new spire had risen from the ashes, culminating in the placement of the restored golden rooster, reimagined as a phoenix atop its peak. This poignant moment marked a significant step in the cathedral's journey toward rebirth. The entire spire was then unveiled to the public on February 13, 2024. Notre Dame's restoration goes beyond structural repairs. Its famed stained glass windows, including the celebrated rose windows, are being carefully restored by master glassmakers. While the original windows survived the fire, they suffered from lead dust contamination. There was also a controversy when President Macron proposed replacing them with modern designs, sparking a public outcry. Over 150,000 people signed a petition to retain the original windows, and the restoration process has remained faithful to their historic design. The grand organ, one of the cathedral's most treasured musical instruments, survived the fire but required extensive cleaning due to lead contamination. With its 115 stops and 8,000 pipes, the organ's restoration has been a painstakingly detailed task. Reassembly and tuning are expected to be completed before December 2024. The restoration project faced another setback in August 2023 with the sudden passing of General Jean-Louis Georgelin, the military official overseeing the restoration efforts. His leadership was crucial in coordinating the various teams involved in the project, and his death raised concerns about meeting the December 2024 deadline. However, under the guidance of Philippe Jost, the project's new leader, the restoration has continued with renewed determination. As of 2024, over 1,000 workers from 250 companies are working tirelessly to meet the deadline. While much progress has been made, key tasks remain, including completing the installation of fire prevention measures and restoring the remaining interior element. With the clock ticking, the team remains confident. We're within the time frame, we're confident and determined to meet the deadline, but it remains a day-to-day battle, said Philippe Jost. As of today, less than 3 months remain until the grand reopening. The world watches with bated breath, wondering if Notre Dame will once again rise in all its glory. Can the restoration team truly win this race against time? Will the December 8th deadline be met? France and President Macron himself believe so. Their confidence was so strong that the Pope was invited to the reopening ceremony, marking the cathedral's triumphant return after the devastating fire. However, the pontiff has declined, stating, "I will not go to Paris." Despite this unexpected turn of events, the anticipation for Notre Dame's reopening remains high. The new Notre Dame is a mix of new and old, showcasing the adaptability of faith and culture in the face of difficulties and tragedies. In a world grappling with social unrest, impending conflicts and climate change, this reopening stands as a beacon of hope. Will Notre Dame be ready? Share your thoughts and predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more videos on the world's megabuilds.